Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Pardon my hair. I took a shower after I did my team pajamas. I got my cat mom shirt on and my evil jack-o'-lantern leggings. And anyway, as I was saying, I was not planning on doing another video today, but I noticed that 3 days ago, yeah, it took me that long to find it, the video or see it because, like I said, Monday I went to bed early. Tuesday I spent a lot of time sleeping because of the air quality. And today the air quality is better, thank goodness, because we just had a massive thunderstorm roll through, and it can do that off and on all day as long as it likes because, well, we need the rain. Canada needs the rain, and those of us who have at least some difficulty, or anywhere from some to a lot of difficulty breathing and dealing with smoke and smog and etc., need a break. So anyway, the reason I'm here is I found out that I was tagged by Manic Mama, um, at Manic Mama Musings, to do 20 songs from my playlist. I don't have a set playlist per se. I have several different playlists roaming around in my YouTube library that are by theme, and they don't have a lot in them. And we'll just leave it at that. So I don't have a long list or a set playlist that I listen to. When I still had my car and I would be going to and from work at my old store, and it was a little bit longer drive, and when I would go around shopping and whatnot, I would listen to some songs or some groups of songs by different bands depending on my mood. So therefore, I don't have a set playlist. When I had an iPod, yeah, I had a playlist, and it had, like, I don't know, however many songs that sucker could hold, probably a couple hundred. So that's how it works for me. I don't have a set playlist that I always listen to. So therefore, this is totally random. I had to dig in my brain and find songs that, if I had a playlist, some things that might be on it, some things that I liked to listen to driving to and from different places, and one song that's on this list that is a newer song that got stuck in my head because of work, and because it I kind of resonate I don't resonate with it per se, but I feel it sometimes. I feel the mood of that particular song sometimes. And please, I don't want to lose any I don't have a lot of goth cred right now. Ouch, kid stitch. And as I've said before, I got into goth the long way around, and some of the songs I listened to weren't considered goth until later. So most of these songs are the way I kind of handle my videos, which is whimsical and some things that are dark that aren't necessarily goth per se. But if you like goth, you would like to listen to them. So please don't yell at me. This is just my brain, and these are things I dug up. And I know, I'm sure there are some rolling around in my head that just I couldn't pull out, but these are the ones that I pulled out, and they're, like I said, it's going to be an interesting mix, and they're in no particular order. We've got uh, Mongolian metal, we've got dark metal, we've got anime music, etc., etc. So here goes, in no particular order, by the order in which they popped into my head while I'm trying to dig in that deep pit of nonsense. Okay, the first one I've got listed is Diggy Diggy Hole by Wind Rose. And no, they are not goth, but I do like steampunk, and I like fantasy music. So they're kind of fantasy novelty music, um, with a kind of dwarf theme to them. Like, don't get mad at me. It's like fantasy dwarves, okay, like Lord of the Rings type dwarves, and they sing a lot of songs like that. And Diggy Diggy Hole is one that I would sing a lot on the way home from work because it's catchy. Um, and another one that pops in would be things that I would have listened to driving to and from work, and periodically at home at my old place, and not so much here. Um, Too many different apartments too close together in a fourplex. You don't have that issue quite as much, so you can blast your music a little bit more. So I don't listen to a lot of music right now, but these are ones I would be listening to. Crack the Sky by Ammon Amaranth. It's a Viking metal band, I believe. Um, I like a lot of their songs that remind me of the character Thor, both from Norse mythology and from the Marvel universe. Um, and when you're in a bad mood, it's just a good song to belt out. Grenade by Bruno Mars. It's one that I would pull up every once in a while doing karaoke, which I don't do anymore. It's a sad song, but it's easy for me to remember. It's a catchy song. It's easy, like I said, it's easy to remember. It rolls off. Yeah, when you're singing, it's not that hard to follow. Um, and along that line, the only new one on here is "Anti-Hero" by Taylor Swift. Again, it's an earworm. They play it at work a lot on W Mart Radio. I'm just going to say it that way. So that one got stuck in my head, and it kind of another one that I feel like I kind of identify with at times. We all kind of do. Um, a classic one back from when my younger son and I first started getting into goth music per se. Voltaire was our gateway band, well, musician. So one of those from way back was "When You're Evil" by Voltaire, and then in dark vampire gothic anime we have "Gesekai" by Bucktick, which is the opening theme from the vampire anime Nightwalker. You may or may not recognize that name if you're younger. You probably don't. If you can find it, it's worth a watch. It's cheesy. The animation is interesting, and it kind of some of the effects aren't as good in the second season as they are in the first season, but it's goofy. You'll like it if you like goofy, a horror comedy kind of thing. You'll like it. Basically, if you like Soul Eater, you might like Nightwalker. Um, but I can't do too many, you know, trademark copyright things. So I'm trying to keep it. I'll try to keep it as low key as possible. Another one is "I'm Alive" by Becca. Again, not goth, but it's the ending theme to Black Butler. At least for at least one, if not more seasons. I haven't watched this series in a while, so it escapes me. I think I had it on DVD and I don't anymore. I would love to get it if I could afford it. I might just have to find them online. But again, Black Butler is another good one if you like dark gothic anime. You'll like that one. Some of the seasons are better than others. There's a circus arc that seems to me to rip slightly off on Cirque du Freak. So if you like Cirque du Freak, you'll like that season. I wasn't overly fond of it, but anyway, this is more about music. And one of the first songs I heard by The Who was "You Be You Be You." Wolf Totem's another one. I'll slide that one in here at 8. No, I won't. I'll put it in there. No, I'll put it double. I'll put 2 on 7. So, because I wasn't going to throw Wolf Totem in there. So that's a bonus. Again, they're a Mongolian metal band. You'll like it. They don't, if you don't mind not being able to understand, not this, how do I want to say this? They don't sing in English, so if you like world music, international music, you'll love it. You don't have to know exactly what they're saying to enjoy it. It's the whole experience. I am having a hard time explaining. You'll like it. Um, Lincoln Park, "Numb." It pops up in my head quite a bit from time to time. It's one of those ones that's easy to remember. It's a basic one. Um, Again, back to Windrose, "Drunken Dwarves." That one's a funny song. Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Another one that I would sing at karaoke because it kind of fits the superhero theme a little bit, and it's kind of dark and broody. Vampire Club by Voltaire. That one's just hilarious. It's goth slash dark cabaret. Raven's Flight by Ammon Amaranth. It's kind of a Viking war song, kind of battle music. Um, Again, Linkin Park, another dark song. "In the End." It's one that's not goth, but if you're into goth music, kind of falls under the radar. It's not goth per se, but you might like it if you like darker music, because there were several dark songs and Linkin Park. Um, well, I mean, by Linkin Park. Possum Kingdom by Toadies. Again, that's more rockabilly, but their music tended to be kind of dark. I would say you could almost possibly, some of the songs could be considered like Possum Kingdom could be closer to maybe gothabilly. I'm just saying, it's because it's like I said, it's got a darker edge to a darker feel. You've got this dark creature trying to seduce this woman, and I think of it as a vampire. Technically, they didn't say it was a vampire, but to me, it puts vampires in mind. That's what I think of when I hear the song. Um, at that was 15. I'm sorry. 16, Dress by Bucktick, which is the opening to Trinity Blood, which I think may or may not actually be the same song as the opening to Nightwalker, because this one says Dress and the other says Gesikai, and I'm having a disconnect, but it's entirely possible. In fact, I'm almost sure that they might actually be the same song, so I might actually have that song listed twice. So therefore, it's okay for me to list Wolf Totem just in case Dress is actually Gesikai and if they're actually the same song. So, yeah, we got a bonus. Back to the 70s, Lover of the Bayou by the Byrds. It's not goth, but the theme of the song is quite dark and creepy. I mean, it's a guy that lives in a swamp and eats rather unusual things. And does voodoo? Probably. Um, into a kind of possible black metal slash dark metal, Japanese style. What's Up, People? One of the themes for the opening of Death Note. They also do a song at the end too. I think it's called Eddie. I don't remember. They've had several different openings for, well, not several. They had a few openings for Death Note, but that was one of my favorite. Um, and then rounding out the last two, we have Virgin Black, which is gothic. They're not a mainstream, but they're more independent. And they do more symphonic type music. And one of the first ones I listened to that was in my playlist, I had their whole catalog, well, or most of the catalog in my play, in my library, on my YouTube library, but that thing was getting so freaking long. I had too much stuff. But I do have that song, and it's in my Gothic Fun playlist. So, like I said, I'm grabbing from some of these were in my steampunk and alternative, some were in anime and Japanese rock, and like Viking, steampunk and no, steampunk and alternative, Viking and battle music. So I've got, different, my playlists, I've got several different playlists going on with different themes. And these are kind of, some of them are from all, a bunch from all the different playlists, basically. So again, that was Requiem, Mezzo Forte. I believe there's no words. There might be some words. My brain can't retain all that stuff anymore. I'm getting older, and it's just, sometimes my brain relegates itself to stuff that it needs like immediately, or as close to immediately as possible. And there's things crammed in my memory that I just like randomly pull out. Kind of like going through a closet and dusting things off. Like, oh, this is still here. Yeah, that's it. And the last one at 20. Again, these are in no particular order. Dark Sarah, she or they have a YouTube channel. I believe it's at Dark Sarah. So there are a bunch of songs there. Virgin Black also has a YouTube channel. Bucktick has a YouTube channel as well. And the anime openings you can find by band or by anime. And so that's it. I hope you like my list. Please don't holler at me because they're not all goth per se. My brain is all over the place. Like I said, I got into goth late in the game. I got into a lot of things late in the game. I'm a late bloomer, and I had other interests before goth, and I got into goth, and I like it, but I'm still trying to still dive into it more, and immerse myself more. I Let's just leave it at that. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up. If you hit the bell once to subscribe, second time for notifications, and I will try to remember to put my Manic Mama Musings link on the bottom, and also her tag. And you can find her on YouTube and Facebook for sure. And I'm not sure what other socials she has right at the time right at this particular time. I'm sorry. I should be awake, but I'm not totally awake. Weather like this makes me sleepy, and I'm still in kind of sleep mode, but not the same kind of sleep mode as I was the last day and a half. So, again, I will let you guys go. I will have Halloween coming soon. Starting next week, I will do more Halloween, more strongly focused Halloween, because the two stores that are within walking distance from me should have Halloween by now. In fact, some places they do. So I will pick up a couple of things that I can squeeze in with the bills and stuff. And again, nothing big. So I'm losing my train of thought. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.